What's good, YouTube? Stormy B Man, and I'm back here with another video editorial. This time, it's on a subject that I've touched on once before, but I feel it's necessary to touch again. Before we get started, I'd like to say shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Boxing Community, New Media, and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. This video is entitled Loon, Coon, and Buffonery, Part 2. Disgraceful journalism. Too often in current times we are seeing these journalists are taking it upon themselves to use their own base ends and agendas to try to shape the viewers' mindsets toward what they are taking in when it comes to the sport of boxing. There is an agenda to push forth the notion that heroes aren't self-made, that these commentators control the destiny of fighters. How absurd is this? In a sport where men lay it on the line night in and night out, you have people who can come out there and sort of twist the reality of what viewers witness when they're watching a boxing match. We've seen it happen time and time again. Most recently, off of this weekend's fight between Gennady Golovkin and Sergey Derevyanchenko. In a fight which depicted Triple G as a favorite going in, Derevyanchenko put on a boxing clinic and outfought Triple G in every manner. While we sat by, and if you had a chance to hear any of the commentary, the ringside analysts were making up excuses and trying to find ways to tell the viewing audience they weren't witnessing what they were seeing. No, ladies and gentlemen, we were seeing a fighter who was favored because we were told he was favored pretty much get his ass handed to him. And this is happening a great deal. We've seen it happen with Lomachenko. We've seen it happen with Tyson Fury. When does it end? It's time for viewers to start a backlash against journalists such as this. It is ridiculous how they cover the sport, but don't cover it with dignity and definitely with disingenuous motives. Too often we're seeing this. What happened to the days when we had the Don Dunphys, the Gil Clancy's and Tim Ryans, the Al Bernsteins and Barry Tompkins, and Sean O'Grady and Al Michaels? Those were the journalists that we like to tune in to see because they gave it to you straight whenever you watched a boxing match. Hall of Fame color analyst and commentary man Don Dunphy was the epitome of what you could rely on when you were watching a boxing match. Don gave it to you straight. Whatever the action took place in the ring, Don was there to relay everything in sincerity to the viewing audience when television came in, but also prior to television when all you had was radio. An honorable man in the sport he was. The late 70s and mid 80s saw Gil Clancy and Tim Ryan pretty much carry on that legacy, as these gentlemen called the fights when they were brought into our living rooms several times a month during that period. And we got to grow with fighters and also with their commentary on the sport. The mid to late 80s and early 90s saw Barry Tompkins teamed with Al Bernstein. They gave it to us straight as well. These men knew the X's and O's, and they gave you a decent, honest account of what you saw in the ring. And then the mid 90s to the early 2000s, we were blessed with the fortunes of Sean O'Grady and Al Michaels, who, as a tag team tandem, kept everything humorous as we tuned in for Tuesday night fights and watched how they covered the fighters, their abilities, and also what made things great about the sport. It would behoove these gentlemen of today to take note of the past, just as fighters should. What do you think? Let's talk about it. This is Stormy B Man. That's all I have for you at this time. Until the next time we speak, peace.